Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. So July for 14 days, we're going to do spiral. We're going to spiral into movements. We're going to spiral our torsos, spiral our legs. We're going to find places that we spiral in our days. It's a really deep functional gesture in our bodies. And we're going to deepen into spiraling. I'm really excited about spiraling. So spiral. And so yesterday I went down to I've been the last few days when I'm planning the next month, the last few days I've been traveling around the garden, going, is this where I'm going to do the photo shoot for Spiral? And then I'm like, oh, and then I was up on the roof, on the grass roof, and I was like, is this where Spiral will be? And then it was like, no, it's the beach, So yesterday on the beach, I went down and I found these two beautiful rocks. I just felt like, yes, this is the place, this is the ground, this is the foundation for me to spiral into my photo shoot for Spiral. Really, there's a part, like I love the beginning of a new month. I love the ideas and the creativity and all that goes with that. So 1st of July, 14 days, we're going to spiral. Okay. And then there's a 6-week break. So half of July and the whole of August will be off. But there's 850 classes in the archive. So you have no excuse. And then we'll start back again the 1st of September. Okay. So come lie on your mat. And I have this idea of like really strong legs, goddess legs. And then we're going to do some reverse stuff. And then we're going to do zigzags on the ground. So come. So landing in onto the ground. Just find the floor beneath you. And bring your feet as wide as your mat and just sway your knees from side to side. So we'll begin the process of warming up into our hips. So my feet are as wide as my mat, and I'm trying to encourage or bringing softness or connecting the range or whatever way you do to bring the top knee a little bit closer to the floor every time I rock from side to side. So in my body, I feel like I slow down as I draw my knee down and I meet the deep front of my thighs and up into my belly. Nice. So bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. And so your feet are resting on the floor, and just pause there. So I'm going to walk my spine longer and up towards my shoulders. So I pushed my head down and then caterpillared my spine long. And then just feel that. Feel the deep of your hips, your inner thighs, your groin. And then we're going to tilt in this position. So flatten your lower back down and then arch into your lower back. Flatten your lower back down and arch. Noticing what you're meeting. Flattening down, arch. Flattening down, arch. So do both legs feel the same, or does one feel different from the other? Do both inner thighs and groins feel the same? Both knees, both ankles, both sides of your spine. Nice. So imagine your thighs are like a book. Close the book over towards the right and reach the left arm long. And just pause there, squeezing the left knee down deeply towards the right thigh, towards the right knee. And you sink into that left shoulder. Let's do a little bit of movement to support that left shoulder. So reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. Reach as high as you can, and then pull the elbow down. Reach up. So we're not going to lift the head actually, and just pull your elbow wide, reach your arm up. Pull your elbow wide, reach your arm up, and then pull your elbow wide, reach your arm wide, and then sink your shoulder backwards. So now we've told the shoulder about the range that we want it to do. So we're widening into the back. Imagine that you're trying to sink both shoulders backwards and be flatter down towards the floor. Nice. Come back to center. Other side. So bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart, your thighs are wide, and then close the book over towards the left. Reach your right arm long and just meet the front of your chest, the front of your shoulder there. Squeezing that top knee more and more down towards the floor the whole time. And then we're going to help the right arm. So just reach your right arm up. Really feel the rounding of the shoulder forward. And then pull your elbow down. Reaching up. Pull your elbow down. Reaching up. And then pull your elbow down. Reach your arm wide. And then sink really deeply backwards. It's like, imagine that I'm trying to... Oh, how would I explain this feeling? Trying to really draw more and more and more backwards, sinking, 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 sticking myself to the floor, pulling the front towards the back. Nice. Come back to center. Squeeze your right knee up onto your chest, hug it in. And then reach up and hold on either behind your right knee, hold on to the ankle, or come into happy baby pose on the right side. And my knee is wide, so kind of wiggle yourself a bit so that your knee is to the outside of your arm or the outside of your shoulder a little bit. And just settle that in. Feel like the weight of your hand resting on your foot will drop your knee more and more towards the outside. Nice. We're going to travel with the left leg. So depending on your flexibility and your strength, this leg will either stay bent and touch the floor and come back up towards you, or lengthen a little bit out and then come back, or lengthen all the way out and then come back. And notice that it does intensify the movement the more you lengthen into that leg. But let it be really satisfying. Feel the journey of the body, the connecting. So for me, there's so much joy in feeling and connecting to my body. It's like such a relief to do a practice where I go, oh, there's my leg. There's my foot. There's my shoulder. I get so excited. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. So feel into your body and really feel the connection to yourself. Lengthen into that left leg as much as you're lengthening, and pause and draw the right shoulder down. Draw the right knee down. Holding onto the sole of your foot, breathe into your belly. So somebody was asking about the art course that I'm doing. So every Tuesday night, it's on a Zoom course. It's a thing, and it's body, mind centering and somatic art. So we look at the nervous system, or we look at different layers of our physiology. We do some movement. We look at anatomy and physiology, and then we create art based on the sensations of a neuron or a glial cell, or it's really, it's so amazing. Great. Change legs. Draw the left knee up towards you. So yeah, it's about embodying different layers of our physiology and really feeling them in a very deeply somatic way. Reach up, hold on to that left foot, and draw your knee down. So yeah, it's around 2.5 hours every Tuesday evening. And they're the paints that Bear was eating yesterday, all my watercolors. Settle into that left leg, pull your shoulder down. Feel the deep of the back. See if you can, so right now as I check in, my pelvis is rocked a bit over towards the left. So I'm going to give weight into the right side of my pelvis a little bit more. Oh, nice. So now I meet a little bit more of that right thigh and the left thigh. So begin to travel with the right leg. A little bit out, a little bit more, or all the way out. Maybe today, because you ran a marathon, you need to go really slowly. Maybe you drove to Dublin, so you need to mind, or maybe you're just going, wow, it's amazing. I've got loads of range in my body today. Always inquire, listen, connect. Nice. So just feeling that, lengthening out and then coming back in. Out and coming back in. One more time and hold it. So really settle into your pelvis, lengthen into that right leg, drop your left shoulder down more and more. Maybe try and bring the back of your thigh a little bit closer to the floor. Genie meenie. Nice. Cool. From here, what did I do? I did something. Did I do something here? No, other side. So, great. Bring both feet to the floor. Just sway your knees from side to side. Nice. Cool. Just pause. Let that settle. The deep of your hips, the deep of your inner thighs, your belly, your shoulders, your wrists. Nice. So roll over and come up to stand, but be in a forward fold when you're standing. So come into so your feet are maybe 2 feet apart, and you can either have your elbows resting on your knees or you can have your hands on the floor. So earlier when we were doing our one-legged happy baby pose, our knees were wider than our shoulders. So just see that. If you were to scooch down, you would see that your knees are wider than your shoulders. Okay? Bend your knees a little bit more and sink a little bit deeper down into kind of a forward fold with your hands somewhere, wherever they are, and your belly near your thighs and your knees deeply bending. Nice. Bring your elbows to your knees. And then come all the way up to stand. Bring your feet a little bit wider. So now my feet are, I'm going to say 2.5 feet wide, and I'm going to check in with my legs. So you have to check in with your legs and discover what direction your feet should be in. So as you bend your knees, you'll go like, as I bend my knees, my right foot wants to point a little bit more out. Actually, both of my feet want to point a little bit more out. And I'm going to sit down so that my knees and my hips are in the same line to each other, and then come back up. So I'm going to use my hands on my thighs to support the descent, okay? So dropping down, hands to your thighs. And then maybe do it without your hands. Maybe keep your hands on your thighs. See what's right for you. Main thing is that your knees are not sore, so you're only going as far as your body feels really comfortable. Next time you go down, bring your hands to your knees and just pause. And then drop your torso down so your torso is the same height as your hips. I'm going to I'm going to change my feet a little bit, settle into it. Maybe bring your elbows to your knees. I really like hands on my knees. And then just turn and look towards your left elbow. And then turn and look at your right elbow. Left elbow. And then right elbow. Super. Stretch through your legs. Hands to your hips. And then keeping your feet wide, how would you roll into your hips here? Wow, really different. Wow, that's such a different sensation than when our feet are really close, isn't it? Like inner thighs. I feel like my hip joints are like, they're different. That's so cool. I feel a lot less stable. The movement isn't very clear. Nice. And then just how far to the right can you push your hip? How far to the left can you push your hip? Not much really for me. Let's try it when our feet are close. How far to the right can you push your hip? And how far to the left? So it's much more when our feet are together because we have much more side bending. And now roll your hips in a circle. Interesting. So now that I do it with my feet closer together, I can feel all the feelings that I usually feel, which is like connection and steadiness, But now I can feel the feeling that I had when my feet were really wide, which is an instability. And yeah, it's so amazing. So interesting. Nice. So the next move we're going to do is a reverse. So stand on your mat, bring your right foot forward and your left foot's behind you. And then bend your back knee and bend your front knee. And then turn and see if you can look at your left foot around your right shoulder. Okay, so how would you do that? How would you turn and see your foot behind you? So just do it a few times. Like as I go, my left knee bends loads for me to really see my foot behind me. We're already spiraling. Sorry, I'm going to be obsessed with spiraling now forever. So turn and look towards the left foot. And next time you go, pause. And I'm going to point back towards my left foot. And I'm spiraling through my body. Maybe turn and look a little bit more. So I'm looking at the light switch directly behind me. I'm going to point at the light switch directly behind me. Nice. Come back up. Other side. So step your right foot back. Soften your knees. And then just turn and see if you can look at the right foot. Interesting. I can still feel the spiral of the other side. And as I return, I can feel it in my body. Next time you go, pause. So I have my right hand on my thigh, and I'm going to point down towards the right foot behind me. And then I'm going to look directly behind me and point my left hand backwards. And I've opened my chest. Awesome. Come all the way back. Pause. Cool. Slowly roll down through your spine. And then come all the way back up. Roll down through your spine. Nice. And come all the way back up. Just trying to think, how could we make that a little bit more supported? So come to the wall or grab your stick. We're going to do that one again. Okay, so I'm going to grab my stick and bring your stick to your left hand and step your left foot back, actually. Okay, left hand is on the wall or on a stick. And then just turn and see. Maybe it's the other way around, yes. So step the right foot back. Sorry. Step your right foot back and just turn and see if you can look behind you. A bit like St. Patrick with his crook, looking behind him, looking for sheep. So how would you look behind you here with your left hand on the wall or left hand on your stick and right foot behind you? How would you turn and look behind you? Head, shoulders, hips. One more time. Head, shoulders, hips. Cool. Super. Other side. Bring your right hand to the wall or to the stick. Step the left foot back. How would you look behind you? How would you look behind you? One more time. Head, shoulders, hips. Super. Great. So yum. Come sit on the floor and bring your feet so that they're maybe 2.5 feet wide. And then drop both knees down to the left. So now I'm in 90-90. So 90-90 is wider than zigzag. So there's a good foot between my left heel and my right knee. And you can rest yourself back into the left hand if you wish, or bring your weight more forward and don't use your hands, okay? So just get tall here and drop more weight into that left hip, and imagine that you can lengthen your spine evenly from both hips. Nice. And then just wiggle your shoulders. Drop the right shoulder. Drop the left. Round your shoulders forward. And draw your shoulders back. What happens in your body as you move your shoulders? Roll your shoulders in a big circle. And then roll in the other direction. Twist. So turning over towards the left. I'm going to bring my right hand to the left knee. I'm going to push and look behind me. And then turn and look over your right shoulder. Not much range that way. Right, the other way around. Drop your knees down towards the right. Sitting up tall. Left shoulder up. Left shoulder down. And just feel that. Shoulders are moving up and down, noticing into the torso. Forwards. Backwards. Forwards. Backwards. Roll your shoulders in a big circle. And then roll in the other direction. Super. Turn and look over your right shoulder. Push your left hand into your right knee. I feel like my whole belly is twisting towards the right. Nice. Come lie on the floor. All the way down. Land on the floor. Pause. I just feel that through the body. Squeeze both knees up towards you. Just hug them in. Really squeezing deeply. Maybe rock. Maybe roll. See what's right for you. What feels really yummy to do right now? Maybe just pause, lengthen your arms out, lengthen your legs out. Maybe do a twist. See what's right for you. How lovely. Great. So I will see you all tomorrow morning for another awesome day of joy. And yeah, really excited about the 1st of July, we'll be doing spiral. Just noticing how we spiral. And more so than it always being the spine, like the way we did those two there, it'll be that our limbs will be spiraling. There is this gesture of spiral that we'll be working into. Amazing. So have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me. Really such a pleasure to be here. Super fantastic. Ciao, ciao.